Hello and welcome back to another of my videos. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. In front of us today we have a couple of knives. I like to call these peasant knives. This one's the Opinel. It is a French made number 10. French made number 10 and carbon steel blade. It locks in place by twisting this thing. And this one here is the Morakniv. This one's made in Sweden. This one's obviously a fixed blade, as you can see. And I consider these both sort of peasant knives. They're very, very good knives, even though they're cheap. Even though they are cheap, they are very good knives. And I was trying to figure out which one I like more. And I decided I like the handle of this one. The blade's good. It's got a very good blade, high carbon steel, takes a really good edge. But I prefer this blade. I don't like the handle though. I prefer this handle. So what we're going to do is combine the two. How, you may ask? What I want to do is take this blade out, toss it aside for a future project, cut this blade out of the handle, do some work down this end and basically replace it. So if you're interested in seeing that, carry on staying tuned. Basically this is a mess around project. I'm only doing it because I like the concept of having a hybrid knife. Both blades are the same length, and I really like the shape of this blade and I really like the shape of this handle, so all I'm going to do is combine the two, just for fun. And if I'm gentle enough, if I can cut this down the middle, perfectly down the middle, I can maybe fit this blade to this handle for a future project. But I'll see. I probably won't though, to be honest, because this has been moulded on onto the blade, so it more likely be destroying this handle, getting the blade out. So yeah, please stay tuned. You see how it turns out. Right, so I've just wrapped up the blade in some duct tape just so I don't cut myself by accident, and it protects the blade from scratching. But mainly so I don't cut myself. And what I'm going to do is just hold it in the vise here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can cut it down this side of the handle, so I can maybe reuse it in the future. But if it proves too difficult, I'll just hack it off with a hacksaw. You know what? Just gonna cut it off with the hacksaw. It's worth a try anyway. So I really can't be bothered with this. These are cheap knives, so, and it is a some sort of like a hobby. Like for a lot of people, it is a hobby for a lot of people to modify these, cut these off, and put like nice wooden handles on them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this off first before I bastardise this and take this, pull the pin out and all that. What I'll do, I'll cut this off and see what the tang looks like underneath, and see if I can fit it onto here. If not, then it won't be, I won't carry on obviously. I'll just fit a new handle, a nice wooden handle to it. But if it is, then obviously I'll carry on. So yeah. Yeah, and if any of you are concerned about me destroying a perfectly good knife, I do have a more knife robust, and I do have a number 12 around somewhere. I've gone through so many of these knives. These not so much. I'm quite new to buying more knives, but these French ones I've had at least 20 in my life, and you can see this one's like brand new, still got the writing on it, hardly used. The tips do break though, I found on these. The tips are quite fragile. So yeah, we'll see what we get out of this. So what I need to do is find a hacksaw. Oh crap, do we have a hacksaw? Hey, there we go. Perfect. Right, let's do the grand reveal. Ta-da! Right, there we go. So we've got the blade from there to there. Yeah, I reckon there's a few hollows in there. There's a few, what do you call them, voids in the plastic where they've moulded it. But let's see if the camera's picking up well. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to prise this out now and we can have a good look at it. I'll try and move you back over to the table because this table's just a mess and cluttered. But let's just say I'm getting this out for now without bending it because I can see the heat treat looks like it goes up to about there, so the rest of it will be softened. It doesn't matter because I'm going to end up cutting this off if it is a good fit, but for now I want to get it out in one piece without bending it up in case I do decide to fit it to a wooden handle. Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah. Alright, so what I'll do, I'll get this pin out. A trick to getting these locking rings off is to close it and gently open the blade whilst keeping a finger over it. So there you go, it just pops off. It's a quick and easy way of getting these off. I know, let's see if I can punch it out and see what happens. Just punch it out as it is. So I'll close this up quite a bit so it doesn't want to try and push through the vise, but not touching the rivet on the other end. Let's see if I can knock that through. I've got there's lost. Damn it. Now I know I've got more I do have more punches around somewhere. I'll try it with this tapered punch first, just to get it moving. And then what I'll do is then go on to a parallel punch. So what I've done, I've centered it. Oh yeah, it moves. That's alright. You don't need to grind it or nothing. Yeah, that came out, that started moving really easy. So I won't go all the way through with this tapered punch. Oops, what am I doing? Oh, well, don't say I've ruined it, please don't ruin it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just make sure you're not mangling the end. yeah, for little jobs like this, it really does help to have a set of punches, because they are dirt cheap. Nope, still a bit more. Oh, you know what? I think where it's peed is sort of hitting the blade now. Maybe I should have ground it. Oh no, it's fine, it went through. Right, so here we have the knives sort of taken apart. There's a locking ring. Locking ring. So, yeah, as you can see, the pin would hold this in place, so it obviously can't just slide off. But yeah, so this is a part. It did damage this ring a little bit here, but nothing too bad. It's only a couple of little scores where it hit against the vice, the hardened vice jaws. But you won't be able to see that once this goes back on. And the pin itself, what I will do when I go to reuse it, I will just put just round off the edge a little bit, just so it goes back in easier. And if it's a nice tight fit in there, I'll leave it as is. But if it feels like it's going to come loose, I might just put a little bead on the top, a little welding bead on top with the TIG welder. Okay, and this here, this handle obviously is junk now, but it has got some voids in it. It's these are really good knives. I do like them. They're nice to use, but the handle's a bit oddly shaped. They're okay though. Yeah, I've seen a lot worse, but I do prefer this this handle. So, alright, doesn't quite fit in there, but there we go. This is basically what we're going to go for. Let's see if I can make it look like how it's going to look. Basically, like that. I don't have to do any shape into the shoulders. The shoulders literally look perfect. It's hard to imagine with the tape on it. Yeah, what I'll do, I'll line up the spine with each other, and then the shoulders. I need to learn what each part is called, but it literally, it's all perfectly lined up. It is all lining up perfectly, which is quite nice. It's as though they've sort of copied each other. I've got a number 3 drill bit here, so what I'll do, I'll just put that in and just swizzle it around a little tiny bit. See if I can leave a mark. It might help to clamp these together. Yeah, so I don't have a drill press in this workshop I'm at the moment. So what I have to do is use the battery drill with holding this in the vise. So we'll just move over to the vise and we'll do that. I'll try and find a centre punch. I really need to find a centre punch to put a punch in there. I don't think I've got an actual centre punch anywhere. All my centre punches and everything like this sort of thing was in my Hello Kitty pencil case, which isn't really around at the moment. But there we go. Wear safety goggles. See, I don't particularly want to anneal this. I don't want to soften this metal for the punch, because it will ruin its temper and everything. I mean, I could reheat treat it, but I don't. I want this to be a nice quick project, but I don't want to hit this too hard and crack it, because that'd be quite tragic. So what I might do is, I've got a bit of a little dent in there though. What I might do now is get a tiny drill bit and very slowly open up a little pilot hole. Yeah, I'll do that. What I'll do, I'll just hold it in the vise like this. Hence why I haven't sort of cut it off yet. So that's in the vise nicely. Not really. Yeah, that's better. So what I'll do, very slowly, just go with the drill and just open it up with a tiny drill bit. Yeah, it's going to be really hard. It's really hard steel. No, it's trying to walk around. Let's see what state this is in. Yeah, see, that flattened off. The point on this flattened off. So this is really, really hard. Okay, so as you can see, I've decided that this is impossible to drill. It's too hard, and I end up wrecking my drill bits. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw back the temper a bit, see if I can soften it a little bit. So what I've done, I've put the blade itself in a tin can of water to stop the blade itself getting softened, and I'm going to put the blowtorch on this section here, just a little bit higher from where I'm drilling, and see if I can draw it back a little bit. I've got it just clamped up in a vise in these little sort of weird mold grippy looking things. So what I'll do that, see if I can get it to change colour a little bit without destroying the heat treat on the blade. Right, so I've got it to go red just above it. So what we'll do now is sort of slowly let it cool down. And the water is boiling around it. Right, hopefully that's done it. I'm going to let that fully cool down slowly. And I'll go again with the drill. Hopefully that's done it though. I'll get back to you once it's back in the vise. It's moving material very slowly. It's a tiny bit better than it was before. I don't really want to go do that heat treat because I see the temper line now has moved very close to the maybe 4-5 millimeters away from the shoulders. Away from where the blade starts, the temper line is, I've moved it right up. So I'm going to keep at this for a while. No, don't lose it. Yeah, what I might do is just file down the pin a tiny bit, just to help it through. Right, so that's all done. What I'll do now is just cut off the end, cut off the piece I don't need. What I'll do, I'll just scratch a line using a drill bit. Can use the 3mm just to line it up. That's a temporary pin. Come on, where are you? Yeah. Like that. And then just score it best I can. Should really be using a scribe and get right down into the corner, but this will just have to do. Yeah. check. Safety first. Always want to look after your hearing. Right, we are almost we're almost there. So, you know, I've got the hole drilled finally. What I ended up doing is just sort of swapping between a bunch of different sizes, obviously not going above 3mm until, I don't know, I guess I was making a bunch of steps into it and then the 3mm will come in and knock them all out, and then suddenly it just happened and went through. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. We've got this here, obviously that's now a joke knife. That'll be a fun trick to play on the friends. Got this old blade here which I'll keep for another project. So what we'll do, we're just going to dry fit it together. I won't bang the pin in just yet. What I'll do, just get it dry fitted. Oh, it's a tiny bit too long. Tiny bit too long. And what I can do is just move a piece of the wood, a tiny bit of the wood inside, just to help it go further in. But it doesn't need to go in much. But yeah, this blade has ended up a tiny bit longer and a bit more wonky. And if you can see, if that's showing up on camera, it's quite high up. What we'll do, we'll get the original one back in there just to see how much wonkier that was. Oh, almost the same. Almost the same, just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit of difference. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll just grind the spine a little bit. Come on, get back in there. Yeah, I'll grind, not the spine, sorry, the shoulder. Just grind out a tiny bit just to help it open up, because I think this locking ring will struggle to close on it. Yeah, sorry, I'm just sort of guessing. I think that's as far back as I want it to go now. If I take off any more, it will sort of look odd and feel odd when using. So what I'm going to do is remove a tiny bit on this side of on the sharp side of the shoulder. Just take off a tiny bit, because when this sort of twists, you don't want it to go a full sort of 90 degrees when it locks. And by looking at it, I'm not sure what am I talking about. yeah, I think that's alright, you know. What I'll do, I'm going to move you back to the table and we can start assembling this again and see what we got. Otherwise, I can always knock the pin back out. I don't think it's that big a deal. Right, so I've just sort of not tapered, but just rounded off the end a tiny bit, just to try and help it go through. But it's a bit rough, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. It was this way, wasn't it? No, it's this way. Consistency is the key. There we go, that's what I needed. I spent all of 5 seconds looking for a file, but then I found the saw blade instead. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get this pin out from the saw blade. Right, it's in the cut to pull position, by the way. Just makes it a bit more easier to sort of finesse. Right, so I'll probably completely ruin that. See how it looks. Yeah, don't be tempted to push that on with your fingers, because I have pinched myself before in the past. Oh, not too bad. It does lock now, but it's a bit crunchy feeling. What I might do is just dress it up a little bit, but for all intended purposes, intentioned, whatever, I'll call this project done. Right, so there we go. I told you this is going to be a quick one, or did I? Did I tell you? I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. It looks really good. It's a tiny bit loose when it sort of goes into that 90-degree position. But it sort of tightens up a little bit here, it hasn't got much wiggle. But that can be fixed by closing up the rings a tiny bit, mainly the inner ring, which I might end up doing still. And what else? Yeah, I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. It looks really good. Yeah, it looks like it's meant to be, but it's got a nice, more robust blade now, like the Puku knife style blade with the Opinel handle. Yeah, really happy with that. Yeah, so hopefully this has inspired you to do some modifications. This is obviously a Opinel MORINEL modification, but you know, it's a big thing at the moment. People sort of modifying Opinels or MORINELs. I thought it would be nice to sort of combine the both, and it's turned out quite well. So hopefully this inspires you to pick up some tools and give this sort of thing a go. Yeah, so you know, thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and thumbs up and hit the bell notification and share and do all that cool stuff that helps my channel out. You know, it is very much appreciated. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.